What's up, sports fans, and welcome back to our continuing coverage of Guild Ball. Today we've got Aaron's Ratcatchers taking on Kevin's Sulthesians. We're going to call them Union for this season. And you can see Kevin is kicking off with Mist. It's going to be very, very shallow kick there. Really, really nice kick there, and Mist still continuing on with goal pressure there. For the church, they're coming in with Seasoned Brisket, Pride, Mist, Harry, Benediction, and Grace, while the Ratcatchers are going in with their Piper, Squeak, Bonesaw, Scourge, Pelage, and Vet Graves in their lineup. So Aaron getting ready to pick up this ball here. Skulk is going to go sprint over to the ball, and he's going to pass that ball to Graves. And Graves is going to use that momentum to dodge up 4 inches. And finally, Skulk is going to put up Horrific Odor. Now here is the terrifying thing. You can see Kevin measuring with Mist there, and he sees an opening. Mist is going to go, he'll dodge, take a 2-inch dodge, charge Graves. He's going to use that charge to do a momentous push dodge. And he's just going to measure that out. Now he's got to be careful of the Horrific Odor that Skulk put up there. I mean, that's a pretty good goal defense to receive with Skulk and put up Horrific Odor, but again, we are talking about Mist here. One of the most deadliest guys on the goal. So he's going to push dodge out of that, spend another attack to tackle. He'll tackle the ball. And then finally, he's going to take a kick at a penalty. Unfortunately, I give him a double penalty because the ball path, I centered the ball path to the goal, and that's not technically correct anymore. You don't need to center the ball path to the goal. You could actually make it to the goal. So this should have been 2 dice on goal. Luckily for us, Mist does not care. He throws 1 dice at the goal, and he scores the goal, immediately putting the Union up 4-0. So crazy first activation there. We've seen this in another game with Shark, but now Mist is basically at the mercy of the Ratcatchers. The ball's going to scatter over to Scourge. That's going to be a theme. Scourge is just going to completely ignore that ball. I guess Scourge is kind of magnetic. He doesn't want the ball, but it keeps landing next to him. He just ignores it and charges Mist. It's like they throw the ball in to anger Scourge, and Scourge will come in and charge Mist. He is going to score a momentous knockdown on Mist and give him disease. Meanwhile, Grace is going to quick foot herself and just sprint over to the fast ground. Now Pelage is going to go. She's going to go ahead and snap that ball to her. She's going to try to pass to Piper. And Piper's right behind her. And of course, hey, the dice are not working. This is going to miss, unfortunately. Now here's the scary part, because if that ball scatters behind the goal line, then there's no more momentum until they get it again. And luckily, though, it just scatters right along the goal line. Squeak could have snapped that ball up, and in fact, it probably should have stopped there, but that's fine with the position there. Meanwhile, Harry is going to run up. He's going to throw a Molotov and set Bonesaw on fire. Graves is going to jog over to... Oh, going a little too fast here, although this game is very fast. So yeah, he's going to cause some burning over there to Bonesaw. I don't recall whether or not Graves is burning. It doesn't really matter, because Graves is going to be able to get over to Mist anyway. So he's going to do 1 momentous damage and bleed on this first attack. And then he's going to attack again. This time doing 2 damage. And final attack there, he's going to do momentous 2 damage with a push to get Mist out of cover. And then he's going to call up the Rat. So he's going to call Squeak over to him. Betty's just going to jog right into place there. Now the Rat is going to come up. The Rat will jog up to Mist and do another damage to Mist. So you can see the Ratcatchers just piling in on Mist. Meanwhile, Pride is just going to adjust to within 4 of the goal. And so now we have Piper's... Wait, not yet. There we go. Piper is going to go sprint to the ball, and then he's going to Haunting Melody himself back over to Mist. And he's going to use Distracting Tune to drag Mist further out to within 2 inches of him. He's going to do Momentous 2 damage to Mist. And then he's going to pass the ball. Wait, I think we're still doing an attack here. Oh, here we go. So he's going to pass the ball over to Pelage, because he doesn't want to kill Mist. Now here's the issue though. He has the right idea. He wants to keep Mist hostage so he can farm momentum off and on him on the first turn activation of the second turn. However, Mist is sitting there on 1 health and he's got bleed on him, so he didn't really have a choice here. So instead he's gonna lose Mist anyway. He passes the ball over to Pelage. And then he decides to just take him out anyway. So Rats are going to score 2 to the Union 4, and that will end the first turn. Oh wait, Brisket's going to jog up. She has nothing to do. She's well out of range of this play. And that will end the first turn. So we're going to play our cards here for second turn. I believe Aaron is going to win momentum here. But Kevin plays a really good card here, even though he knows he's not going to get turned. He's going to play Get Back in the Game, which is an additional 2/2 move on anyone coming back into the game. And guess who's coming back into the game? So down there in the bottom of the screen, you've got Grace in Fast Ground, and you're going to see Kevin put Mist into that Fast Ground on his jog in as well. So Kevin really exploiting the fact that there's fast ground on his side of the pitch on the sideline there. He wants to play those sidelines. Aaron is maintaining dominance up the middle here. He looks like he's getting ready to probably figure out how he can do a goal run on his turn. So we're going to start with, oh wait, here comes Mist there, and he immediately takes to fast ground. And he's just going to use that 2 inches to dodge into the pitch there. So we're going to start with Pelage. She's going to pass the ball to Piper. And then she's going to sprint over to Mist. She doesn't, yeah, she's tired of all this Mist stuff. Mist is coming back in on 5 health, and Pelage is like, I don't even have to do an attack on you. I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna force you to decide if you want to take 3 damage or snare. Mist is gonna say 3 damage. I'll take the 3 damage. Snare, I don't care. I mean, you can kill me first, but just never slow me down. Now here's the crazy part. Now we've got Mist. He's gonna dodge 2 for being within 6 inches of a Saltesian into the fast ground, and then he's gonna take this crazy sprint at essentially what is +4/+4 because of the card and the fast ground, come all the way over to the ball. So Aaron thought Piper was great buried with the ball all the way in the back there. He's gonna just take the ball from Piper. He'll do he's gonna try a second attack. The second attack doesn't do as well, just does 1 damage to Piper, so he doesn't get the dodge that he wants. He's going to go ahead and take the shot on goal, makes a shot on goal, and then uses that momentum to dodge further, like basically to the Ratcatchers goal line. So Mist is just absolutely just menacing here. Ratcatchers 2, Union 8, and as soon as Mist came back in, he just put in another goal. So here we go. The ball is going to, he throws the ball in. The ball is going to scatter to Scourge. Scourge again takes it as a cue to ignore the ball, charges missed, and he does a momentous 3. I think he does. Wait. For some reason, he does not kill missed here. So Grace is going to go. Grace is going to quick foot herself and then charge Piper. Piper's going to defensive stance. Grace is going to not get her tackle, unfortunately. She's only going to get the momentous dodge. So Kevin just being absolutely tenacious on the ball. No matter where the ball goes, he wants to grab that ball. Because I forgot to mention, Scourge had picked it up and ignored it, dropped it in front of Piper again to charge. So she scores another momentous dodge and can't really do a whole lot with that. The counterattack did 1 damage to her, but that's fine. Yeah, he was gonna go for the really quick hat trick here. Unfortunately, that did not work. All right, so now Piper's gonna go. Piper is going to attack Grace. Grace is going to try to counter, but Piper is going to score a really good score here. Single dodge, double push to get Grace out of the way. And then he's going to have Benny walk towards him, leaving Benny out in no man's land. He's then going to pass the ball to, he's going to jog up a little bit here. You'll see him pass the ball to Pelage. At this point, Kevin forgets that he actually could have charged Pelage with Pride, as she had stopped within 6 of him. Pelage is gonna, he's gonna do Reverie on Pelage, and he has to walk within Pride's melee range there and take a penalty shot on goal, but that's fine. Pelage will take a 3-die goal with a bonus time, and she'll make the goal. So now we are at Ratcatchers 6, and the Union is at 8. And so this game is going pretty well, and the ball is going to get thrown in there, and it's going to kind of land in between Harry and some cover there. And now Kevin's trying to figure out, okay, still thirsty for that 3rd goal. He got really fortunate there to be able to keep Mist in the same place at the same time, essentially, and score. Mist has had 2 activations this game, and he's had goals on each activation. Now it's Brisket. So we're always wondering, where does that 3rd goal come from on this team? Well, if you can get 2 with Mist, that's amazing. Usually you're hoping for 1 on Mist, probably 1 on Brisket, and then you need one of those 2, generally not Grace as the 3rd striker, but one of those 2, usually Brisket, is going to come in and try to get that 3rd goal. Brisket's going to activate, sprint to the ball, stay within melee there of Scourge, kick a 3-die goal, and score it. And that's going to be our game. The Union are going to win that 12-6. Really interesting shootout, some moments of brilliance from both coaches. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching.